Today we're going to have the first tasting of my base porter using chocolate rye malt. Now I did a video going over different kind of malts you can use in porter and porters, I should say, and a couple of the base ones. We've done the pale malt and a coffee malt. So time to move on to the rye. I did do a 60L version and a 40L version. This is the 40L version. I'll do this, the 60, and a side-by-side. This is a small batch, 1.25 gallons going into the carboy, 2 pounds, 4 ounces of pale malt, 3.2 ounces of crystal 40, 3.2 ounces of chocolate rye. Now for this, it's really up to how you like it, but starting off here, this is the crystal 40 and the chocolate rye is 7.5% of the grain bill. So my 2-row is 84.9 if you want to go by that, or if you're making a 5-gallon batch or a 3-gallon batch, you can use those numbers. Then for the hops, we are using Northern Brewer in this one, 0.15 ounces at 60 minutes, then 0.1 ounce at flame out. Alpha acid is 9.9%. So if you remember, or if you haven't, I'll link it up here. In the malt overview, your chocolate rye, chocolate wheat might be in between like a pale malt and a chocolate malt. So we might get a little roasted coffee like city roast or French roast out of this. Now, if I remember correctly, I did get more coffee notes. So this was bottled on 1.3 and this is 6.53% ABV. Let me see if yeah, okay. I had a little mix up in a couple of them, so I wanted to make sure. 4 carbonation tablets are used in this 12 ounces. Little hiss, little smoke. Go ahead and get it into this glass. See if we can get any kind of head on there. Now, why am I doing Crystal 40 and Crystal 60? I just want to see what it's bringing to the table. Is it bringing sweetness? What's it doing to the color? Is it more biscuity when you go up to that 60? Do I need to try 80L, 120L, 100L? That's why we're making them, and that's why I'm calling it a base. It is kind of a tannish head, what I do have. These bottles have been sitting in the refrigerator 4 days, I think. So we should be fine. Not even a quarter finger of head. Color, brown in color. It's a darker brown up here versus down in here. It's almost, I would say, a tea. Black tea color. In there, a light pop. Looks clear though, from what I can see. So what's that saying? That the chocolate rye being 240 SRM per beersmith isn't dark enough. You could call this a brown ale, a brown porter. But let's go ahead and smell and see what we get. I get a low coffee. Now, I am a coffee fan. I drink my coffee black, so maybe it's a little higher than what I'm smelling or what I'm used to. I would say a city roast. Nothing close to a French roast, nothing like that. I'm getting a little malty sweetness in there. It almost smells like it didn't attenuate all the way. Of course, I didn't. Let me see. It's probably 5. Yeah, around 5.5, 5.4 to 5.5. So we're actually over what it should be, and there's still sweetness like that. Yeah, it's almost. It's like a coffee with a little sweetener in it is what I'm getting. Light roasted coffee with a little bit of sweetener. It could be the 40. The Crystal 40 bringing some of that sugar in there, more of that caramel sugar in there. But let's go ahead and taste. A little maltiness, light roasted coffee, a little thicker than I thought it was going to be. There is a little bit of sweetness in there. You get that. I don't get a lot on the front of the palate. It's like mid-palate to back is where I start picking up that light roasted coffee. A little roastiness in the very back when it goes down, a touch of bitterness in there. But if you like porters, I don't see anything wrong with this. It does, and I don't know if it's because the body's a little thicker. It seems like it does need more. It doesn't have a good backbone, a good balance. Like it needs more of that coffee or more biscuit or more chocolate. It needs more of something. But I could drink this all day. Yeah, it just feels watered down just a touch. I don't get any of the alcohol. I mean, this is kind of high for a porter that I was going for. Like I said, most of these are like 5.2 to 5.5 range, and this is over 6. Yeast. Okay, this is using SO4 yeast. It kind of has the taste or the body of if you took 1 cup of water and you took some chocolate rye or something like that, crushed it up, put it in a bag and steeped it in there. That's kind of what I'm getting out of this. Like there's too much water for the amount of flavors. It needs more flavor. But yeah, overall, still a good one. I'm going to try the 60 version. But as far as a base, this is definitely a good starter if you like porters. So let me know in the comments down below what porter you've made recently. And if you like this video, check some more out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.